Mostly it's been the relationships that have formed over the years. That is by far the benefit of Oklahoma Society of Association Execs. It's all those contacts that you meet throughout the year that are wonderful networking. There are peers who do your job every day, who struggle with the same issues that you have to face. And so they're an excellent resource when you need help and you have a question or you have an issue with a board member or with a staff person or just any number of things. You have someone who's probably faced similar experiences, and so you have someone to call. And that has been the most invaluable aspect of OSAE, is the resources, and particularly the individuals that you meet that become lifelong friends. Well, I hope well. We certainly enjoyed the year. I had a blast. It was really a fun experience. So much can be learned when you go through a volunteer position like that. You know, you feel a responsibility to the association, and it kind of endears you lifelong. I mean, I believe I will always be a member of OSAE just for that reason alone. I know some of the things that I learned during that year. I made sure that, well, any number of times I've attended the ASAE conferences, and particularly while I was in the chairs for OSAE, because I wanted to learn some best practices for association management, especially the Association for Associations. And I was able to network with some peers at ASAE who gave me some good ideas that they'd implemented back in their states of how you could even increase your networking opportunities even more. And that's one thing that I brought back from ASAE, was the idea of the CEO roundtables, where the CEOs would meet periodically to discuss anything from human resources to difficult board members to dealing with staff and billing issues. They're just a variety of things, government affairs. And that particular idea stuck with OSAE, and we still do the CEO roundtables to this day. The most rewarding is just all the ideas that you glean from your peers. The best ideas have been borrowed ideas, in my experience. I've come back with all sorts of input from my peers that has helped me in my association career, really strengthened my career and strengthened my association as a result. Good example, I have one particular person who was sharing with me their billing practices for their dues, and a tiered structure where they showed the individual, if they wanted to increase their dues, what would be the next couple of levels up. And by simply changing our billing structure to make it similar to what she was describing, we increased our dues one year by over $37,000 by just simply allowing the members to make the decision to increase their dues all on their own. So we always, that particular idea, those kind of ideas really are cost efficient, value-added things that you can bring back to the association and increase the bottom line. Oh, definitely. Any association manager should belong to OSAE. The lunches where you can attend and just simply network with your peers is really worth its weight in gold. That's the main reason I continue coming to OSAE. Education is great, but primarily the main resource with OSAE is just who you get to know and that communication with your peers. You really have the opportunity to mix with people that you aren't necessarily in the same circles with on a day-to-day basis by any means, but you establish that relationship, and they're just all great folks who have similar experiences to yours. They understand the industry, and they have a unique insight that's that's so valuable to each other because we all deal with the same issues. The other thing that I enjoy about OSAE is not just the association management professionals that we interact with, but also the vendors, our associate members that belong to OSAE. Knowing those individuals, you have a confidence when you're dealing with them, whether it's a hotel sales representative or a vendor who has a product that's unique to association management. Knowing those individuals really helps you build a relationship that's based on trust and you feel like you know that you're getting the information that you need, and it adds value to the association, and it's value to my association in particular, because I trust that I'm getting the best deals possible when I'm dealing with these people that I've known for many, many years. When I became an association manager, it was 27 years ago. And like so many in this profession, I had zero experience because there wasn't a degree for such a thing. There was no organizational management, educational opportunities like there are today. So by the seat of my pants, I literally learned association management, and I primarily learned it from the individuals who do it day to day. One of the first things I did is join OSAE and the American Society of Association Execs. And I just immersed myself in that culture, and it really saved my day. And it's why I'm in association management today. I've been with the same organization for 27 years and love it. Would not change professions at any time because it is so enjoyable. It's so diverse, and it's exciting, and every day is different. But it's really rewarding because you deal with people every day, and they're just delightful to work with for the most part. At least my industry is. It really helps you it really helps you in the depth of your understanding of what it takes to be an association manager. It's so well-rounded in what you learn to become a CAE, anywhere from government affairs to member services to event planning. There are so many issues or so many aspects to the CAE that you learn and you grow through the knowledge, going through that experience. And also going through that experience again with some other association professionals just gives you a unique tie, because it was like going through the war together. It was a very difficult test, and so many of us that went through that test together were quite convinced we didn't pass, because although we had studied for so long and been through so much material, it's very difficult. It's a very good measure of what an association exec should know. It's a vast array of information, but it's very beneficial in the long run. Continue to reach out to association professionals to extend to them the opportunity to join, telling them the reasons why and encouraging their participation. Make sure they're involved in committees so that they stay engaged. And I'm not really sure any other reason other than that, because that's what's so vitally important in my relationship with OSAE. Of course, I enjoyed it immensely. There's really nothing I would change. Have so many new friends and so many good ideas, from business practices to, like I said, the best ideas have been the borrowed ideas I've had over the years, but just that network of peers that have really strengthened my association over the years and me professionally.